Hello, friends. Okay. Uh, so I'm the video today might be a little bit late, and for that I apologize. I'm recording this at noon when it should be posted by noon. I was going to record it yesterday, but uh, I kind of got busy. I went and saw my family yesterday for the first time since moving out, and on top of that, when I got home, it was very late and I was very tired. So I went to bed. So yeah, this video might be a little bit late. I did learn how to schedule videos though. So that means I can pre-record them and get them all downloaded and schedule them for a certain time. So I can get them all ready and then I can actually post them on the time that I want. So that's nice. My cat is meowing in the background. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He is, I'm gonna turn this music down. Hold on. Mm, soundtrack volume. Okay. You good? Okay. I can hear myself now. Alright. And I'm thinking about changing the schedule. Instead of posting at noon, I think I'm gonna post 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mostly because it works for everyone else and it's better with the other time zones rather than uh like like 9 in the morning for some of you. So 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is a little bit better because then, like, if you're in California, for example, we post at noon, or like, I have an online friend that lives in a different country, and this way it would post when they're awake. But yeah. So, I'm gonna change the schedule probably. Still Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I apologize if my voice is a bit quiet. I'm trying to like, be louder, but one of my roommates is sleeping out of my room, just outside of my room on the couch, and I don't want to wake them up. So I'm talking a little bit quieter right now. They're taking a nap, and yeah, and also, my nose is kind of stuffy. I'm not exactly feeling the greatest this morning, but I'm recording anyway. So if my voice sounds a little off, that's why. But as you can see, we're playing Planet Zoo today. We're gonna start with the career, and uh, yeah, as you can see, I've already played this game before. But I'm gonna start from the beginning anyway, because mostly because like so then you guys can see it. I'm going to do the career scenarios, and that's going to be like a series, like Planet Zoo, the career, and then I'm gonna do some timed scenarios too, which should be nice. And we'll also do like I think yeah, that's what this is. And like there's like challenges, um, and then we can do sandbox and franchise. Choose your animals online. I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time on franchise. And I am going to let you guys name the keepers as well as the animals. I'm gonna let you guys leave suggestions. I'm hoping to name the staff members after you guys and all that. But for now we're doing career, and I'm not gonna do that for career because career is a temporary thing and that wouldn't be fair. So careers are just gonna be the playthroughs. We're gonna do Goodwin House first. I have already played this, but you know it's fine. Where's the medium? Okay, it's loading. And while it's loading, I figured I'm gonna tell you because kind of forgot this bit, for my, introduction video. Um, Back when I first started filming videos, I was very like, okay, like, family-friendly content and all that. and I still am. I'm still going to do like pretty much family friendly content, but I'm going to like specify that it is not directed towards children. It will be family friendly content, but I'm not directing it specifically at children. And I will warn you that in the future you may find some swearing on this channel. I don't swear, um, but some of my friends do that I would be filming videos with, as well as uh, well, I'm gonna let them know that keeps like swearing to a minimal, but sometimes it's hard.
Heyo,
Oh, he's talking,
Calico.
so hold on.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
All right, okay. So the cutscene is done. As I was saying, I'm gonna ask my friends when I do content with them to keep swearing to a minimal, though I can't promise that it's gonna be gone because it's kind of hard for people that swear a lot to not swear if they don't have as good self-control over it. But yeah, so like I'll ask them to keep it to a minimum, but just letting you know that there will be swearing because it's going to slip out a few times, I'm sure. Especially when like if we're doing a horror game or something. But yeah, um, but two of my friends, two specific friends that I'm probably going to do content the most with, also don't swear, so I don't think it's really anything to worry about that much. But I'm just letting you know that it will happen because I also plan on doing videos with my little brother, and he does swear, so I think he has decent self-control over it though if he really wants to. Usually he doesn't because he doesn't want to. But yeah. So that's just like letting you guys know of the future. And I play Planet Zoo and do this career, which I don't think this one takes very long.
Did you
I'm
know
gonna try
that
to do
grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
that is true. A lot of people
Select
probably
one of
would.
the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
I know I would. I like sleep. But I forgot what I was saying now. But yeah. So I'm gonna play Planet Zoo. That's what I was saying. Woo. So I'm gonna try to do a career level for every video, but I know that as it goes on, the career levels get harder and may take longer, and I don't want to upload like an hour-long videos because then you lose viewer attention and people's attention spans wander off. So Probably like I try to stick to like 30-minute videos ish. 20 to 30 minutes. I know the introduction video is like 33 minutes. But yeah, so there's that. Um, we're looking for a grizzly bear. There we go.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Hmm.
See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
What cinematic means. Oh, it just keeps it still, I think. I like the orbit. Camera effects. I don't know how to take screenshots in this game, so it's probably just like you're probably just see like a little thing pop up as I do a print screen. Close this for a second. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, now I close out of this. What does this do? What is this? Are you not gonna tell me? This is cinematic effects. What does this do? I don't know what that does. At all. It doesn't tell me. Okay, come out of this. What's my next objective? Locate the Western African lion habitat. Okay, right there.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare.
There they are.
As Bernie would say, those
They're
lions
so
are awesome,
pretty.
which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's
Okay,
head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
right there.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something.
The
Well,
animal.
two somethings. Warthogs.
What?
So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section. There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
They're
When
gold.
you adopt an animal, it's
Oh,
automatically placed in a trade centre where they're held until
I
you're
know what it
ready
wants
to
me to
move them
do.
into their habitat,
Let me
which,
send them here.
as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Here we
When
go.
you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Okay. Where is it? Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right there. Can I pause this for a second?
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am
Okay,
assured by a person of good standing that these
there they
warthogs
are.
are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall
Hmm.
welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station, and for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
There. Oops. Yeah. And there.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in.
I don't
That
have that
bath will
close so
count
that
towards
people
their
can
enrichment
watch.
welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Yeah, this lets people watch them roll in the mud.
Nice
I want to
work.
see them do
You've
it.
got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Can I like call people? Yeah. Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, we're going over here. Yeah. Right here.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Yep.
Ah, that's more like it. A quick break.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Alright. So we need a habitat gate. Here, there we go. I want it to look symmetrical.
Right, let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
I'm gonna shorten it. Length. There you go. We're down. There we go.
Good work! Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment, at least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier so the guests can see in.
I can do that. Okay. Highlight this. Okay, and then turn it into
There we go.
cards.
Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The
These are
last thing we
pretty
need to do
trees.
is to add a donation
How are
box.
you?
You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy to reach places like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
This is a pretty tree, a desert ironwood tree. It's very pretty. Ooh, I did not want to do it too much. Here we go. What are you doing? Place a donation box. Facilities. Donation box.
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should
Oh,
click the
more.
play button. After all, if the game's paused, then
Okay.
so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
Focus more. You can't have just one way over here. On pause time.
By the way,
Yeah.
as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get
Yes.
4 of them in here.
Okay. Oh, there they are. A gold female, a silver female, and then just a plain and a silver male. Oops. Gotta transport them.
While
Something.
we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable
Okay.
feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment
Oh,
item.
snow
It's
feeder.
often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Well, that's the food enrichment. Ah, oopsies. Add a little bit of the seeds. Right there.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Hidden. Um,
You'll
where
need
should
to
I want to place
rotate
it?
the keeper hut to
There.
get it to connect up to the path.
Okay. There.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings and it can affect their happiness
Why?
negatively, in case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
I think it would be cool to like see the keepers prepare food
Now,
for
the
the
reason everything
animals.
has gone blue is
Hmm?
because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
But like, I would think it'd be cool to see the keepers prepare food for the animals. That'd be neat. Why do people not like it? I guess I could get the transformer because it'd be loud and noisy. But like, why keeper hut?
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Where? Wait, where? Oh,
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and
it
glass,
was
I expect.
beneath me.
So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Okay,
Oh, and make sure the guests will
Jesus.
be able to see the tigers.
Woo! Let's do this. Wait, what? Why is this not one? Why is it being funky? This? Okay, there we go. Oh, tree, you're in my way. Tree. I don't want to rotate my camera though. Okay. Oh, look at the train! I actually never noticed that before. There. I could just like make it go up to the corners, but I like the symmetrical walls. No. Why are you like this? Oh. Okay, this is gotta be a little bit longer. It's gotta be difficult. No. There we go. And then have tag gate. Ooh. Have it be right in that corner.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so
Wait,
we
why
should
did I do
probably
that?
make sure those
I should
tigers
have made the
can't come
habitat
out of their
gate over
habitat, don't
there.
you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by
Oh
double-clicking
well.
the habitat barrier, which will
I have to
take
go
you
a little
into
bit around.
barrier editing mode.
Wait, what are we doing?
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the
Oh.
habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Edit barrier. And if you do this little widget, it says to drag it, but it's way easier to just.
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
It's good.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
Um, you know, I should make this glass. We'll make that glass. And then this glass. No? It doesn't want to turn it into glass. Okay. Man, I don't feel like doing that. Okay, now let's turn it into glass. It really does not like this. Okay, is it because of this thing? It's gotta be because of this, right? Edit barrier. This. Just delete. It does not want me to delete. Use outside placement area. Fine. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm in. Okay. Still not. Okay, fine. Will this change? Yes. This, I don't think will change. No. These will change. Will this change? No. Okay, we'll get there. It looks a little wonky right now, but you know, it's fine. It wants me to do what? Place a donation box. Donation box. Right there.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I
Let me
think it's
just
time we
adopt
adopted those
these two.
tigers.
We adopt them, and then
Whilst
put
our
them in.
trusty caretakers collect and
Whoop.
deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival.
Okay.
We'll start with the basics. Add a
Yeah.
suitable feeding station for them.
Habitat. You need food tray. Let's make it so that the guests can see. This way. What?
This
What
time,
was that?
instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different.
What is that?
Some animals need a pool in their
Why is there a
habitat so they
shadow?
can go for
That
a
was
swim,
weird.
but they can
What was
also
that?
use it to drink from. All you have to do
Where'd it
is
go?
make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still
That
need
was
to fill
weird.
it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
And then, like,
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
okay. Food enrichment. We'll add the blood pumpkin over there. Some toy enrichment. Put it right there.
Okay, it's really
Oh,
starting
you
to
want just
take
to
shape.
delete the plants, just to be
Now,
among the
the
plants.
tigers will need a shelter in their
Well,
habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
right there. Right there.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select the tiger and bring up its information panel.
They were eating it.
Rightio, click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the
No.
tigers need more of or less
They're
of
eating
in
the
this
blood
habitat.
pumpkin. How do I... Oh. Oh, so Calico will come bring it back. Okay. What am I doing? Increase terrain welfare to 100. Okay. Come here.
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay, they need more soil. And I need less grass lawn, more short grass.
Right then. All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit,
Hmm,
use
I don't
plants from
like
the
this.
rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you
Ooh,
have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told it will
oh,
lead to
I
improve
can't
their
put the
social
preserve
welfare.
cover. Okay. Well, while I'm here, why are you so cool? Oh, you're pooping. Okay. While I'm here, look at your gorgeousness. You're so pretty. Oops. Oopsies. Wait, no. Are you gonna scratch the scratching post? Please? Please do it. Please? Are you gonna do it? Yes! Oh my goodness! Yes! Oh my goodness! Okay, got a screenshot. I'm happy. That's probably gonna be the thumbnail. I love you. Okay, if you guys could tell, I like tigers a lot. They're one of my favorite animals. Oh my goodness, I love you. I love you. Okay. I'm a cat person, definitely. And I like dogs too. I like them both. I do lean more towards cats though, because I've had a lot of cats in my childhood. Oh, I love them. Okay. Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? I got distracted. Locate the highlighted area. Boom.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although
Yeah,
technically,
I'm
I
just gonna do
suppose
this.
gandering
This
would
is
just be for
easier.
geese.
Boom.
Expand their social
There we go.
welfare and we can get a bit more detail. Now, they've clearly got
Uh,
plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
my son is coming to see me. Hold on. But this is my son. He was meowing at me. His name is Prometheus. I have three. I have three cats. I have three boys. I love them. There's Prometheus, Osiris, and Natalia. I love them. Prometheus is in my room right now. Earlier, I actually let Mateo out, and then he immediately wanted back in. Adopt and place 3 new Indian peafowls. Okay. Prometheus, are you just being all cute? Where? Wait, what? Adopt and place 3 new Indian peafowls. Animal trading. Recent transactions. They're not here. Um, this has to be a glitch, right? Where are they? Oh, I have to
Right,
open social
as you
tab.
can see,
Okay.
peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Now they're gonna be here. Okay, there we go. Adopt, adopt, adopt. Okay, and then boom. Wait, this looks small, right? Yes, it does.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Okay.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Okay, so I have to swap this. So to swap. Okay, edit barrier. Ooh, probably easier to operate from over here.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Oh, way too hot for a leopard.
As you can see, we already
Yeah.
have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
They
You
need a
can find
lot
heat
of
maps for all
coolers.
sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them.
It's getting cooler.
It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
You're getting the fuel a little bit better. Okay. Tree. Got less long grass, more snow.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average
Okay.
welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Okay, your welfare is 97. Oh, it wants to open zoo.
As you can see, this list shows you the animal's overall welfare. So if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Oh. Oh, your welfare is really bad, miss. Why? Space? Are you stuck? You are stuck. Box? Ooh, you're stuck. Okay. No. That should help you out, miss. There you go. Fix that. Easy peasy. I increased it up 2%. Protesters. That was a trap of protesters. She's fine now. She was just stuck. Whoops. Okay. Back to the zoo. Fix that one. So the tortoises are unhappy, the zebras are unhappy, and the giraffes are unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Enrichment? You have no enrichment. That's your issue. Okay. Habitat. Enrichment items. Wait. Filters. Species. Um, Articulated giraffe. There it is. So there's those. And then, oops, there's not anything. You. Is that your problem too? Yeah. And then add another plain zebra. Go to the P. 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 Okay. Sprinkler. Oh, that made them really happy. I don't know there. Food enrichment, grazing ball feeder. That made you happy. Toy enrichment made him happy. Yeah, interspecies bonus. You're happy with the giraffes. Is your stuff good? No. So the giraffes are, like, the zebras are fine. You need food enrichment. Okay, so now you close a plain zebra.
Not bad. Not bad at
Oh,
all. I think it's fair to say that
saying
you've
this is
passed the
so,
first part of your
I can make
training
sure everyone's
with
happy
flying
before I
colours.
go.
There's
You know?
still lots more to learn, but we'll have to
Totally.
head to another one
You
of
know?
Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
There. They made them happy.
Sounds like you've got the
Zoo.
whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the
Now we
appropriate
just need to take care
noises.
of
I
these
guess I was
guys.
right to hire you, huh?
Listen
Don't
to your
tell her I
welfare,
told you,
honey.
but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even
Enrichment
last
again.
the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
there's food enrichment, and then um, we have this little pumpkin, and have a colorful ball over here. Yeah, that made them much happier. You guys don't have a hard shelter. I mean, that was not a lot for you, huh? Okay. Um, there. Much happy with that, huh? No, fine. Hmm, that should make me happy. Mm, okay, so we finished this zoo, and then so now what I can do is I can exit to main menu. Yes. But yeah, so we finished the Goodwin Zoo, I think is what it was called. So next time we will be doing another one. I believe it's the monkeys. Like I'm pretty sure it's like there's like apes, monkeys is the next one. And lemurs, I believe, are in there too. So that'll be the next one. Let me double check. Yeah, the Madagascan Simian Conservation Project, the ape rendition. I didn't notice that. Bear Essentials, Eye of the Taiga. Stately Homeschooling, the Goodwin House is what it was. But yeah, so next time we'll be doing this one. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. That'll be Monday. I'm gonna do a lot of Planet Zoo at first because I'm really obsessed with Planet Zoo right now. So you guys are gonna get a lot of Planet Zoo content. So I'll get into Wolf Quest. Don't worry, I'll do Wolf Quest too. But right now it's Planet Zoo. But yeah, see you guys then. And until then, I hope you have an amazing day. And I love you. Bye.